Now I do what I want, like I said. Now I do what I want. Everybody know I'm better. Ay, yeah, I'm better. Ay, it don't matter. Ay, pockets fatter. Ay, nowadays I'm on my haters, they got sadder. Ay, that's money longer. Ay, different song, bro. Ay, different producer. But I can do anything and I won't lose her. She got right with a winner, left that loser. Ay, talking shit, boy, make me get my Ruger. Yeah, I sell my Ruger. All my niggas, they shooters. Rocking them grills all the way till my tooth hurt. Oh, he cold, well, I swear that I'm cooler. That ain't no rolling bitches in the Frank Mueller. Yeah, Frank Mueller. Boy, I start on the bottom, made my way to top. Boy, I'm broken with it. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Ja cap a la dreta per Xavi, assistència de Xavi, més cap a la dreta per Messi, Messi, immens Messi, encara 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 Messi, gol, 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 gol,
There we go, madame. I gotta lower my tone. There we go, guys. Welcome.
We back at it.
What's good, VOTS?
Yes,
up in
sir.
the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, where's the energy?
Episode 10.
I'm acting like we never left, man.
Ankara Messi. That video was a
Messi.
shout out to the second goal, you know? Not number one, because
Not
number one is...
Messi's the goal. Messi's the
CR7 is the
There
goat.
we go, there we
He's the
go.
goat.
Messi,
Nah, number
Messi,
10 is-
Messi.
Nah,
Man,
Messi.
I'm not gonna lie.
Just like this episode.
I had a few people ask me, yo, what's going on with you guys? You guys aren't dropping as you used to. Shut up, bro. We drop what we want, you know? When the streets, we gotta see what's going on with the world. We have issues with our lives. Well, not issues, but things go on in our lives.
Now let's tell them the truth.
What?
The documentary. The documentary behind the scenes.
Sure.
Yeah, well, why you supposed to
You
do
don't
that,
tell
man?
all the truth, man.
Come on,
Huh?
man. Those for the beans, yeah.
Nah, just a teaser.
No, but still, I'm not gonna lie. The benefits of being sometimes somewhat small podcast still up and coming. We get to do whatever we want, you know? We get to take time off, yada yada yada, but we're still trying to produce quality content.
Exactly.
That's the key. It's quality over quantity. We don't want to just produce half-ass episodes. We want to come with sauce, you know?
Basically, we want to always be on our A game whenever we record.
Fam, a
We're
legend,
always stepping, man.
a
And
real life
sometimes-
legend said, "Sauce it up, do too much, and
it
enough."
Do the dance, do the
Yeah,
dance.
no.
Do the dance, do the dance.
But by my free man, what do you say, buddy?
Nah, we're just stepping, man. That's what it is. We're on the Sidewalks, episode 10. You know?
I'm not gonna lie,
10 more.
the sidewalks looking kabul right now, fam.
Yeah, man, yo, winter just came.
Fuck this
It took
country.
over.
It's a
yo.
new saga.
And
That's
you
what
know
it
what's crazy
is.
too? Yo, it started snowing like literally a couple days ago, right?
Mhm.
December just started, so I feel like it's about to be one of those long winters, man.
Well, I'm not gonna lie
Man,
to you.
the cold season literally
It's been fuck Canada, fam. I'm headed back to Alabasta.
It's the season to be
Niggas
on
wanna
the
leave Canada.
sidewalks.
VOTS.
Me about to throw this
Intro. Go,
Welcome
Roddy, Rich.
to the voice of the Sidewalks.
Pedestrians with a voice. Remember that. We're pedestrians with a voice, no block talk.
Spit some wisdom, not hot talk.
Two. I spit some wisdom, no hot talk. But yo, free man. You know we're still in the streets because we jaywalk. Fly like Jordan. This, that.
Voice, just that
Go
go talk. No sheep,
Bad.
no livestock. We keep peace streets and sidewalks.
Repeat that line one more time. We keep peace streets and the sidewalks.
PLP
Hold
on
it down.
time, like alarm clock.
On grind. Ring. Like I try to walk on time like an alarm clock.
This the authentic talk.
For real, this is our real shit. But yo, free man, you know what the time it is, man. Hit him with that.
The voice is the
Body
bomb.
sauce. Keep the sidewalks calm.
Walk on
Voice,
random,
voice,
walk on
voice,
random.
voice.
Let's introduce the
Voice.
panel voice 5 times. I go by Sharkz. You can call me Upti. My pronouns are he/him and ninrug. If you don't know what ninrug means, that means real nigga. That's what pronouns.
And I go by Mr. Benji Wilson. Reason being is because I had a hoop dream, but I have a torn meniscus, so I'm doing a podcast.
You have a torn head top, bro. Shut up.
To my right.
And Freeman Kaizoku, you know, King of the Pirates. I'm here, man.
Oh, Renate. They don't know that means.
You know.
And to his right.
TD, Tony Stark mode Tony. All 2023.
Shout out TD Bank.
It's
TD Bank, nah,
2021.
chill. We don't claim that.
Man. First of all, how you guys doing? How's everything going for you guys, man? It's been a minute.
Well, alhamdulillah, fam. You know, just slowly taking in the process.
Day by
Not
day,
gonna lie. Taking it as day by day, as man, like Mr. GBE, get better every day, says it himself. You know.
Mr. GD, man, always get better every
Is that,
day.
I don't know.
No Steven
Is that-
Jackson,
is
even
that
though
what GB stands for?
even though copyrighted
Is
Steven
that what
Jackson.
GB actually stands for?
But yo, speaking of Steven Jackson, what did he do? He played in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys. In
What's
this
wrong?
young season, this amazing so far season thus far, who do you guys think is the MVP?
I'm not gonna lie. There's not
For
a
me-
ball. There's not a ball talk, but let's get into ball discussions right now.
For me,
Wallah, hot topic.
I want to say one thing. For me, there's two guys ahead of the snake right now, and it's the two guys that terrorize the NBA.
Russell Westbrook.
No, not that guy. There's two.
Oh, sorry,
guys.
Westbrook, Russell.
Who are the two guys?
Mention that guy.
Who are the two guys that terrorized the league a couple years ago?
LeBron and
Russell
Steph.
Westbrook.
In the Bay Area, the
big
baby
fat
face assassin and the slim Twitter finger reaper. I think KD and Steph between them. I think Steph Curry's the MVP right now. And KD's a close second.
I'm not gonna lie. Russell Westbrook's been putting up numbers, fam. I don't know why you keep neglecting. Like,
I have
he's
a
not
question
the-
though.
He
How
was-
how come D-Book is not up there?
Because Depot plays in a system, man, with a player that's better than him on the team.
No. He scores the most points.
Yeah, but then
Scoring the points isn't just the
Yeah,
main
exactly.
factor. It's about carrying a team.
It's like-
And
it's
there's
like-
no better carrier of any team.
So
besides
we
Russell
should
Westbrook.
put Chris Paul or D-Book in that discussion.
I can't
We should put
do it.
CP3
No,
or
you
D-Book
have
in
to
that
understand.
discussion.
If Chris Paul's not there, they'll not be this good.
Alright, so CP3.
He makes the team.
You have to put one person in Phoenix. It's either CP3 or Buck.
I'm not gonna lie. There's one person who terrorized Phoenix for how many years, and his name is Russell Westbrook. I think he
Yo,
should,
bro,
he should
that
really
guy's
be.
selling
He
us
should
out there.
really be in this
Wallah, he's
conversation. I don't know why
selling us,
niggas. Huh?
He's selling us. Yo, last week I was watching the.
And by the way, guys,
Strip overtime, yeah.
I hated Westbrook.
And by the way,
It's
guys-
like, yo,
No,
Westbrook,
he plays his heart out, but he's just not,
no, just.
His IQ's not there. 100%. I'll say
And
it.
by the way, guys, the reason why Freeman's quiet because he doesn't know NBA. He thinks David Lillard's a rapper. He doesn't know if he's an NBA player or not.
That's how he got introduced to Damian Lillard.
lied.
Being a rapper.
Chill,
Dame
chill,
Dollar.
chill.
What?
He put a 1-2 bars in his phone.
Stop,
Wallah.
stop.
But talking shit, nigga, who you think the MVP?
Nah, I was saying KD still, but you know, you said KD or Steph.
Yeah,
Yo, KD season is underrated, but yo, Chef Curry.
Yeah, he's shuffling.
But we all know who's gonna win this year.
us because we get to watch this.
Oh yeah, chapter
Who's
prediction.
us, bro? I don't
Wait,
want.
what do you mean who's like?
Bro,
what team,
you
what
know,
team
what's
you talking
the
about?
fanboy?
though?
Can't talk about
What team do you
basketball, bro.
support, fam?
Yeah, what team? Like, are
What?
you
What
Rockets?
team do
You
you support? Are you
Rockets?
Rockets? Are you Houston?
Yo, I'm not
Are
gonna lie to you.
I said Rockets and Houston
Yeah,
because
no,
I'm
I
confused.
allowed
I'm
you.
confused about what team you supported.
No, you shouldn't let that slide. I allowed you.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Actually, yo, I'm neutral. I'm
Like
neutral.
stuttering.
I don't know who
San
I
Antonio
like.
Spurs.
I don't know who I like. I just like
What about
good
Spurs?
basketball.
What about Spurs?
Bro, Kawhi Leonard, fam.
The Claw?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's
I'm not
still
gonna
no
lie,
If
if I
he's a
were-
Raptors fan, when Raptors
I'm not gonna lie.
was
If
here,
I
fam.
were to like a team, it's Golden State because they play the right way.
I
What?
said Golden State.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
you're
game-
the biggest bandwagon
Yo.
ever, fam. Wallahi, fam. Like what?
Yo,
the-
Marky,
There's
guys.
two-
Guys
there's
say
two-
he
This
goes
guy's a blocker.
freestyle.
Man,
Yeah,
man,
you
there's
gotta
two
appreciate it.
Oh
bandwagons.
my
Wait,
god!
there's
I
two-
think you can find his tweets on him hating Golden
I'll actually do
State.
that. I'll actually search that up. But previous, there's two the biggest bandwagons I know in this life. One of them is a Boondocks character. If you could tell who that is, then you
Uncle
know who
Ruckus?
it is. No. One of the two bros is
Right.
and the next one is shout out Huey. And Benji
Okay, I have a
himself.
question. How am I bandwagon?
Fam, I knew you my whole life as a San Antonio Spurs fan. We used to have arguments all the time.
Okay, is San
I
Antonio
go
relevant
away.
now?
I go away for a few years, lose contact with this guy, and then when I come back, this guy's telling me I'm a Harden fan. I'm like, what? I birthed Harden fan. I seen him get drafted. That's my son.
That's
Nah,
your
I'm used to
sixth man,
Rockets. I'm used to Rockets fan. Used to Rockets.
I don't know
When
why
Raptors-
Tony's
when
laughing.
Kawhi-
Tony
when
has this
Kawhi-
fake delusion.
Yo,
He's
yo,
a
yo.
Kobe fan in 08 when he's
Yo,
23 years old.
what team did I? Yo,
Live,
listen,
yo.
listen,
Hell, this
listen.
war.
You seen behind the scenes. What team did I like?
Huh?
In 08? Like, what team did I like? If it wasn't Lakers.
Fam, he's a youngin. I didn't even talk to him them times.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys, what I Sharkz is always a goof.
No, not gonna lie, Sharkz is not a bandwagon, but he's just a Westbrook fanboy and it irritates me.
I don't know how you like Westbrook.
How do you like a guy
like
that
Westbrook?
brace cells are just like females?
Wallahi, yo, every time I watch Lakers play, It's like, yo, this guy does something retarded. He gets me amped.
I'm telling you guys right now, finals MVP this season.
He's always mad.
Wait, finals MVP for what? What year? Because
this
year, that team's not going to the finals.
All he needs is one chip. If he wins that one, if he wins that one chip, he's gonna be the greatest point guard of all time.
Oh no! If he wins a chip this year,
remember this? Yo, this episode's recorded, right?
Yeah.
This Benji, you're getting exposed. You said, are Lakers not going to the finals?
Nope.
Who else?
Golden State.
Alright, watch him dick ride LeBron when LeBron goes to the finals this year, right? You're gonna see that.
He doesn't respect LeBron though. He doesn't.
No, he does. He's a LeBron fan. He's a LeBron fan in Miami.
Huh?
He fucked with LeBron in Miami.
I didn't fuck with LeBron.
Bro, what are you talking about? Yo, I must say one funny story.
LeBron in Miami traumatized him. What are you talking about?
I must say one funny quick story, man. In high school, there's a guy that went to school with me, right? And you know him off the Sharkz, I'm not gonna say his name. He used to laugh. You know why? Because he live one day witnessed me switch up teams. You know, there's one time I think it was the Indiana Pacers when they're good and they're PG. And the very next day, I try to come back.
You're exposing yourself.
No, I know, but it's a funny humor, right? So the next day, I came to school saying, "Oh my gosh, yo, I'm an OKC fan. They're the best team." He said, "Yo, you said you were an Indiana fan. What happened?" So I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I was a bandwagon back then, but now, like I said, I'm neutral. I like good basketball, which is good.
I like good basketball too. However, the go-to person.
If you like good basketball, you don't like Westbrook. That's not good basketball.
You're sick, fam. This guy. There's only two players in the past decade that's been averaging above 24 points. LeGoat James and Russell Goldbrook.
L.
So you know what it is.
The last 2 years?
That's stats. Fact. What do you mean L?
The last 2 years?
The last decade.
Whoever's 24 and up.
That's
yeah,
KD too up there.
players.
Yo,
No,
KD, step, this guy's capping, fam.
No, that's Steph.
I'm gonna pull
10
it
years
up.
not Steph.
I'm gonna pull it up, fam. You're
pull
that's
up. That's
24
a
points a
stat,
game,
wallahi.
fam. What are you talking
I
about?
No, I know Russ in that. I know Russ in the.
KD's in that class
I think KD's in it
too.
too.
Obviously, KD's in it.
My
The
nigga.
KD never averaged under 23 points.
Over the last
So
6
great.
games, this guy averaged 26, 31, 20, 29, 25, 23. What are you guys talking about? Don't disrespect the
Wallah, I
Bulls,
think
fam.
Westbrook should just go to his own team and just stat pad, wallah. That's all he knows he likes.
Yo,
He's like, to be honest,
To be honest, what? I
players
bought
to
the
average
stats.
20 plus every season since 2010. No way.
Nigga, that's a fact. That's
Because your
fact,
KD
though.
is injured 1 year. That's not fair.
Fuck KD, fam. But yo, man, I have a question to ask you guys.
Yo.
There's a few fans,
Yeah,
a
that's
few
a-
niggas that I know personally that are sleeping on the Chicago Bulls. However, but the Chicago Bulls, who is the most overrated? Name me some overrated players this season. Niggas that you think are getting hyped for absolutely no reason. I'll name you one. Paul George.
I name another one.
Nah, Paul
No,
George playing
no,
great.
no,
Wallah,
not
Paul
him,
George,
not him.
Paul George actually underrated this
I
year.
know Sharkz,
He's
but
underrated
Jokic.
this year, no?
Who?
Jokic.
Jokic has been doing numbers though. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Jokic,
You're
yo,
sick.
we're already used to it.
Yeah, but then his team's not doing good. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are you?
Yeah, because Jamal Murray's not putting up numbers he used to be.
Murray is injured.
Yeah, he never came back.
He didn't
He
come
tore
back
the
yet.
ACL, wallah. He's
I don't blame you. No one
Yeah.
watches Denver
He'll
games.
come back
anyways.
like,
I don't-
yo, that guy's
Who
coming
loves
back.
Denver games?
Kyle Lowry's been underwhelming this season.
Kyler's almost 45.
Nah,
so
yo,
he
the
should suck
the
this.
system, wallah, Kala Miami are disgusting now.
No,
I'm
but
not
the,
gonna lie, Raptors fam, I
That's
love the
a
Raptors
sleeping,
fam, but they were getting slapped up fam.
Yeah.
I went to the Boston game, I got cheese
Yeah,
fam. I'm
how was
screaming.
that?
we lost to Tatum.
Fam, I watched young Kobe.
How
in
you
the
lose to
flesh, fam.
Tatum?
It's not young Kobe, bro.
It wasn't even Tatum that put up numbers, fam. It was Marcus Smart, fam. I was in the crowd screaming,
Oh,
"You
that's
need
a play.
skin
No
clear,
offense,
you dumb
but
shit."
no offense, but that's the player that's overrated. Tatum, he's overrated.
You're
Yeah,
sick,
I was about to say
Yeah,
that. I was
he's not-
about to say
I know
that.
his sister is overrated. He's not.
just-
Yo, Tatum's very
He doesn't have a
overrated.
point
Yeah, I
guard,
love
fam.
it.
Yo,
He doesn't have a
Jalen,
point
yo,
guard.
isn't Jalen Brown as good as him?
Yeah, bro, he's not better than the guys like Levine, D-Book, those type of guys. I watched all the play. Tatum's slightly.
Yeah,
overrated.
well, yo, you know why he's overrated? I'll tell you what happened. Remember we discussed
'Cause once
this?
he had a
Yo,
bad game, he
Yo,
was
remember
finished.
we discussed this? It was like literally that year he took like him, Boston versus Cavs. When he dunked on LeBron, everybody just
hyped him up, yeah, because he's a rookie.
not red.
But that is good.
Oh, forget all
He's gonna
that.
have that favorite experience.
Forget all that. Let's talk
LeBron,
about
well, like Scary Terry was putting in work.
let's talk about the young boys now. LaMelo Ball, you guys see LaMelo
Yo,
Ball?
LaMelo, you see, LaMelo's just. Yo, I told Madam too. I'm gonna tell you guys.
He's
this too.
Lonzo
This is
Ball.
live on air. I'm gonna bring this out too.
See it.
LaMelo Ball in 2 years, he's gonna be in the same discussion as Luka and Trey. My word, he's gonna be the same level. as them.
100%. The next season he's gonna be.
Yeah, he's
probably
always
not
close. He's close.
He's holding up those numbers
Yeah.
right now, fam.
Yeah, I thought everybody thought he was gonna flop in the NBA.
Fam, in my opinion, Trae Young, he's a
underrated.
scorer.
He's underrated.
He's a scorer,
Well,
fam.
Trae Young's underrated.
Fam.
Trae Young's underrated. He's as good as Luka.
And this is why you should give guys like LeBron Ball credit. He was talking his shit about
Why
his
you
sons.
mentioned that guy, fam?
No, because look at his sons. They're both successful in the NBA.
Fam, they're
I know the
disrespecting
better
Jello.
child.
Yo, I just took it in.
Not
I just took it
not
in.
even-
Why
he
did
can
we
put up
trade Lonzo?
numbers.
Why did we trade Lonzo? We should have kept him. I'd rather have Lonzo over Westbrook right now.
No, but he
Wait,
developed.
you said why did we trade?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, who's
You're right.
we, fam?
Who's we?
Lakers, bro.
Fam, when Russell Westbrook
You know I'm
wins the
Lake
final
Nation.
MVP,
Nice it, bro. You
when he
been
wins the
know
finals
I know,
MVP, you guys will discuss it. But man, let's wrap this ball discussion up because my nigga Freeman is.
Now I want to say
left
one
out.
more thing. I want to say one more thing too. Give Trae Young his flowers, man.
Nah, still.
Trae Young is
Ice Trae is
disgusting.
nice, man.
I don't care. All he does is just pull up from half, fam. I can do that,
Wallahi,
fam. I do that LA Fitness, fam.
What did he do? What did he do in his first playoff run, bro? Remember that?
He did. Against fucking New York? You think I care about
New York and the Philly.
Ben Simmons.
And then he faced Milwaukee. He's getting cooked all teams.
Put up numbers. He put up numbers.
But yeah.
So, yo, like, it's the end of the year. You know, December times. It's about to be a new year. You know how they say health is wealth, man, though?
New year, new me.
New year, same. Yeah, what is that?
No, new year, new me. That's how it is.
Huh?
New year, new me.
Are you been
I did use the washer since last year. Those corner jokes are coming back, man.
Wait, what the fuck? I never heard that in my life.
Oh, my bad. Younger audience, I forgot. Yeah.
I never ate since last night, since last year. This guy said he used the bathroom, fam.
Like, pause this for a sec, bro. Go to the washroom. Just kidding. But yo, for real though, health is wealth, guys. So like, I need to check out my boys, my brothers. So how you guys feeling, man? End of the year, how you guys feeling mentally?
Let's talk about not just feeling mentally. Let's talk about. Let me add on to that goals. The goals you planned out for this year, and of course, if it's personal ones, you don't have to go into personal ones. But what goals are you trying to achieve for 2022? Just the name 2022 just sounds absurd.
Answer that first.
Let me ask you that first. Then bet few of the goals that I had for this year, of course, one goal that always stays the same, is always number one, is try to get better on my deen. Because at the end of the day, fam, man, someone comes up to you, asks heaven or hell, what are you answering?
Heaven.
So it's enough said, fam. I'm not trying to burn. I want to be in heaven, fam. Jewel house, inshallah. Inshallah, we're all there, fam. Whoever's listening, inshallah, we're all there.
Because fam, no one wants to lose and end up in hell. That's the worst thing ever.
Fam. Right? Scary times, fam.
Like Meek Millie said, fam.
Yeah.
What did Meek Mill say?
Some niggas go to college.
That wasn't even him. That was the other guy. What was the other guy's name?
Jada.
Oh. Yeah. Well, fuck that.
Yeah.
So Dean's one.
Dean the one.
Second one, some personal goal that I had. The pandemic, fam. You guys know, fam. Man became a little thick ass.
Little chunky, huh?
Yeah, a little chunky, fam. I was little chunks, fam, out here in these streets. Chunks looking slims right now, so I was about to take over for him. So
yeah,
what I do, fam?
Shout out to Chunks, bro.
Yeah, shout out Chunks, fam. But shout out to me, little chunks too, fam. Now little chunks is trying to me. Now I'm a little Debo, fam. You know, went to gym, all that. Yeah. And the main goal I had was wallahi starting a pod, because I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of shit I have on my mind and I want to talk about. And here I am on a platform on the internet with my niggas, fam. I laugh. I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I'll be able to inspire niggas, but there's live people in my life that have come up to me, wallah Shamaki, you're inspiring me. Oh, my government name, but yeah.
And that's the best thing. That's to be honest, people already do Sharkz, you could tell your government name.
Yeah. And what? My name is Shamaki. I see no evil, fam. Fight me.
I wanna cap off what Sharkz said too, yo. You know how stuff doesn't go according to plan sometimes, how you planned it? We planned this pod. You know, we had a lot of downs. We all know it gone in behind the scenes and whatnot, right? But yo, I'm actually happy that we actually got into episode 10, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little milestone. It's actually like stuff went according to plan at the beginning of December.
Yeah.
At episode 10, we're probably gonna drop a couple more, you know?
We'll do whatever we want.
Slow and steady.
Couple? Come on.
We go slow and steady, you know.
Oh, shit.
We're going in.
Yeah.
So, Freeman, hit him up with some personal goals that you had.
Yeah, I would say last year, same thing. Like, I had a goal about a podcast, you know? I had an idea, and I said, yo, Mandem, like, let's actually make this one of the things that we talk about and we actually do.
Who's that Mandem, if you don't mind me asking?
You know, it's everyone over here. Tony, Upti, Benji, you know, the whole gang. And yeah, I'm proud of Mandem. I'm proud of, like, how we're still here. It's 10 episodes. That's actually...
It's a small milestone.
And then some,
yeah.
Yeah, and then some. But like, I listen to podcasts too, you know, at work and stuff. And like, some of them are like upcoming. Some of them are like they have a lot. But there's some are good and they're out and they're new and they only have like 10 or 2 seasons, right? And you like binge through it, and I'm just like, you know, I can't wait to hear more.
I noticed,
you know?
yeah, and I noticed a little underlying fact about every podcast that I watch. Every time I watch a podcast, these guys or these people that are doing the podcast, they're never satisfied, you know? They never celebrate some small stuff.
GBE.
They keep going. GBE, you keep going until once you actually reach a big milestone, then it's time to look back and say, okay, we did this.
Unless we're millionaires, I'm not satisfied.
Exactly.
Unless I'm in heaven, which is I only find out Yom Al-Qiyamah.
Yeah.
I'm not satisfied.
Yo, like
so by saying that, my goals, Benji talking, my goals for 2022 is first and foremost, like Murky said, Dean. That's the number one priority for everybody.
Shout out Dean
Should
of
be.
Virginia.
Over all the time. So that's my number one. And my number two is just help grow this podcast each and every day. You know, some stuff that I slack on that I gotta get better. You know?
That's why you got 3 other anchors with you,
Yeah,
fam. We're all 4 niggas, fam. We're the Going Merry, fam. I am Orange Hair Nami. My Luffy is to my left.
The Going Merry or Titanic?
I'm Ace Broxel.
Huh?
Come on.
This guy knows. But yeah,
Well, what
man.
did he say? He said a One Piece fact? No way.
Fam, he does watch anime, but tries to
I said
him.
Ace. What's his name?
Shut up, bro. Don't mention
We don't
that.
expose you. But yeah, fam, it's all about getting better and trying to be the best you can possibly be. Procrastination was an issue that I dealt with personally. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to connect with whoever's listening right now, whether you're listening or not. I had issues where, okay, yo, I'm about to do this. I want to do this. Tomorrow comes and it's time to do it. Fuck up. Or I just delay it. I'm on my phone scrolling for hours. Whatever I was supposed to do, gone, you know? Procrastination issue. So this podcast, I'm glad, alhamdulillah, I wasn't procrastinating. I had people push me. I had you guys that push me, be like, yo, let's do this. Let's grab the material, let's do the research. And by doing research, I was like, yo, fam, we can't let this shit flop. And then actually taking the step of putting yourself out there and other people knowing, okay, yo, this guy actually does a podcast. And not being afraid of what other people are going to think about you is a big thing in my opinion. And that's something I had to overcome, wallah billah ta'ala, you know?
Yeah, you know that feeling when you made it, but you didn't really make it?
That's one step, yeah.
But you shouldn't really care about what people's opinion.
Yeah, 100%, but
Yeah,
those thoughts come to my head,
sometimes
yeah.
it comes,
Yeah, that's natural. That's human
natural,
being.
yeah.
They're being like
Nah, I feel like
transparent.
we-
Like, you know, like you talk about procrastination, right? Like you're admitting, you know, like everyone has faults and things. You know, like the plan doesn't go perfectly. You fail 10 times to succeed that one time. You know,
Yeah.
or sometimes it might be 100 or 1,000. You know, but that one time success is what you aim for, and you try to, you know, keep aiming for that.
You know what
So
it
I
is?
feel like on the pursuit of that for us, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. For anyone listening, it's a struggle at times, you know? Something that you think is easy, it might become hard because, you know, you didn't deal with it, like, efficiently. And it's just about learning and having that foundation, an objective and a vision and a purpose and goals, you know, communicate and put that into place. And, you know, what do you have? VOTS, man, come on.
Exactly, like
Greatest
you say
network.
too. Yeah, I
Stay
was about to say
tuned.
that VOT is a network, right? For real.
Come on.
So I'm not gonna lie, anyone who's listening to this currently, we want you guys to live whatever dreams you have to fucking chase. Well, I just go for it. I'm not gonna lie, whatever it is, no matter what, don't let no one fucking bring you down, you know? Just do it and do it the best way you possibly can be. Whether it's a minimal goal or whether it's something meaningful, something big to you, you know? Chase after what it is. I'm not gonna lie, I see an opportunity through this content creating business. So I was like, yo, how can I profit myself in a way? Because I'm just talking, niggas just laughing, niggas like, yo, this guy, you have shit to talk about, you know? I was like, bet, podcast, fam. Now
You know-
I have.
You know, it's like the most practical way to get the goals that you want or your dreams or your wishes or whatever.
Hit him free, man.
It's like, it's simple. We all know this, but like when you actually apply it, it's different. Like, and when I start to do that in my life, just I would do it like just a couple of things. We'll make a goal like, okay, yeah, podcasting. But oh yeah, we're gonna have a podcast and we're gonna be up and running and, you know, have episodes up by next year this time. Boom, time comes and it actually happens. It's those ones where you're not actually going around talking about what you want to do when you're not doing nothing. This is the ones where you just solidarity. You just, you know,
Keep it to
doing
yourself.
and then you linked up with somebody. Maybe you got a spark and you said, "Yo." So your words had like your words. No, that moment had like power. You know, of value rather than you just, you know, pretending and just actually putting shit off and not actually really thinking about it. But yeah, that's something I'm trying to apply, and we can all apply because, you know, New Year's coming up, and even before that, we can start doing it right now because like it doesn't take us to wait for January 1st to do it. You know.
I'm not gonna lie, by you talking about having that mentality of, yo, staying consistent and solidary to yourself and not just going around telling people, yo, you want to do this, but behind the scenes just on your ass, scratching your fucking ass on your phone, you know? Shout out Benji Wilson.
If they don't know your dreams, they can't shoot them down.
But yeah, I wanted to transition to, you have something to say?
Yeah. One thing I'll say, like for us, for VOTS, one challenge that we had that we're just adjusted to is like, yo, we're 4 people, but we need to have, like, we're trying to apply it and make it have like one mind, you know what I mean? 4 people, we have different minds, but we're trying to make it one mind in terms of this, you know what I mean?
Unity.
You know what I'm saying though, right?
Strength
Are you
and
trying
power.
Like the same wavelength, the same wavelength, you know? That the same vibe, you know?
Perfect.
That's one of the hardest challenges we had, yo.
And that's all about mentally becoming strong with each other. And I wanted to transition this topic to something that happened recently that we never recorded at the end of the day because we were busy doing our own shit. Man, November just passed by. Movember. Shout out to men's mental health. Because at the end of the day, this is something that I seen a video on TikTok. It was this one shorty. She's like, yo, when you're at your lowest point in life, who do you talk to? And so just a bunch of men duetting it, saying absolutely fucking nobody. Because nobody gives a shit. And then we could transition this topic to a topic that we had last episode. If you guys listened to, we talked about, being emotionally available. I'm not going to lie. People listening to it, I listened to it myself multiple times. Everyone's saying, yo, there's times where some people, Tony, contradicts themselves, you know? They say one thing but also mean another. But I'm not going to come at my brother at the end of the day. But yeah, man, in a sense, people are saying, yo, we're contradicting ourselves. You know who it is. But at the end of the day, what do those men mean by, yo, when you down, bottom of the bottom, who do you have? They mean absolutely fucking nobody. No one cares. People say, yo, stop being emotional. That's gay behavior. That's shorty's behavior. That's fagnima, you know? Sorry for my language, but I don't care. But yeah, fam. I want you to elaborate on men's mental health. And I want Freeman to elaborate because he participated in Movember, fam. He shaved us all his beard. He just had his mustache. And shout out to him, fam. That's a real nigga, fam. Even though it's haram, fam. Charge to the game.
Yo, why you exposing me about some false truth?
At the end of the day,
truth?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I just try to make it up. But yeah, it's bullshit. But yeah, men's mental health, man. I think it's just like mental health is just well-being, you know, because you got to realize this world, it's like you live in a physical world, but everything you compute and like before you do an action, it all comes down to the way you program your brain, the way the habits are set up, you know, the patterns, the cycles, you know, the things that you go through, you know. And sometimes, you know, like I feel like when you're bottling the emotions, you know, like you're channeling it into somewhere toxic afterwards, you know, because you don't know how to let go of it. Just like Upti was giving us like examples.
Let me ask all you guys a question then. In a sense, why is mental health overlooked? Why do people say, because you said this last episode, as a man, we're supposed to be quote-unquote providers, so we shouldn't have them type of emotions, or as MG was saying, because I'm not going to quote him word for word, because I'm not no fucking Microsoft Word. Or
generally, you know what I could say is,
yeah.
Okay, the word that could describe maybe like generally for like most of the cases is like pressure. And yeah, like that, it could be that stigma, or it could just be that like constant like expectation, and like
that's key. Expectation. Who set the bar for those expectations?
But at the same time, in a certain you have to also set expectations on yourself, right? There's a responsibility on your parents and the place you grew up and whatever. But at the same time, when you reach a certain age, like expectations fall on you, you know, whether or not you make it because you're not feeling well about anything. And like, it's sad to say because like some people, their problems become like, it's like mountains of problems, right? So it's like kind of hard for them to like get out of that phase of just like, you know, saying nah, just sticking to their, you know, guns, not.
Yeah. Okay. To make it simple, it's just how it always was, you know. It's like it's the whole concept behind it, right? Like men are supposed to not have the emotion on their sleeves. You know, their mental health is their mental health.
Is that right or wrong?
I feel like it's wrong in to a lesser degree though.
Explain. Go ahead, fam.
My thing is, and I don't feel my hates when I say lesser degree, but this is what I mean. My thing is,
because you're looking at the fact, he's trying to beat you off, fam.
No. My thing is, yes, our mental health matters. Yes, we need someone to talk to at times. But we gotta make it to a lesser degree to females, because females are the ones that are supposed to wear their emotion on their sleeves. It's just how they're created. We were created to sometimes man up And just sometimes don't there's times you could talk about your problems if it's like crazy. But if it's not that crazy, just try to find a way where you could just deal with it yourself.
Okay, of course. There's certain situations whether like let's say I'm not trying to compare whatever a person's going through, but let's say the minimal, you fucking get in a car crash or some shit. Your car is moshed up. And that leads to another issue, whether you lose your job. You can't pay the insurance bill. You were at fault for the car crash. You can't pay the insurance bill because you have no job now. And all your savings is fucking moshed up to regular bills. So you're going to be in a situation where you're always stressed out. There's going to be times where you fucking mentally break down, fam. You're not going to be there 100%. You're not going to be you 100%.
I have a question first, but to Benji. Like, when you're saying, okay, be lesser degree emotional to, like, especially as a man to, like, females, right, or women, but, like, why isn't the default, like, it's not like you're expecting a man to go to a random woman on the street and just, like, pour out his emotions, like, yeah, it's not about putting your emotions on your sleeve all times. It's about more keeping your emotions in check in a healthy way,
Yeah.
and building like a healthy system within yourself to how to deal with your emotions,
Yeah.
because regardless, every human being will always have emotions, right? So whether or not you regulate it in a positive or negative way, it's gonna end up how what you leave it to be, right?
Yeah, but my thing is,
so the expectation already is to kind of every human has a standard expectation of keep your emotions in check, how you act in public, right? So what's more to ask a man when he's with the people he actually loves? That's a woman, whether it be his mother, sister, wife.
Before you answer his question, and then you answer, in my opinion, that one person you can have as a man, that one person that does give a shit. So the video said, no, we have no one to talk to because no one gives a shit. Can be your wife. You can trust her with that 100%, because someone you can mentally break down to in front of, or you won't be shy to break down in front of. It's gonna be her because she's going through the same issue with you. Why try to hide it? Man, MG said, I'm gonna go to the car and do what I need to do.
Right.
Screaming there. What? Fuck
yeah,
that,
no,
fam.
But yeah, your wife. But even not just that. You can have like a close friend that you consider brother. You can do the same thing.
100%.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. I would say that women actually show
they
when
understand
you're
more.
really
They
feeling
understand
it.
100%.
They're actually
I wouldn't tell
showing
you.
more.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys are my brothers. You guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
But I would never tell you guys certain issues that I'm going with because you guys gonna fucking laugh at me.
Yeah,
You know what it is?
No,
It's not even about laughing. Yeah. It's just the mentality is as mandem. It's just like we have a standard way of dealing with a man on the side. Oh, something really bad happened.
Hung the spliff,
Nah,
bro.
chill.
That's the niggas that tell. Yo, fam. Yo, let's go ball runs. What?
Don't
worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's the least.
If something bad happened, you're just like, oh, say word, fam.
Yeah, say
Oh, man,
Can I say one thing? I agree with Sharkz because look, let's say you have a close friend they consider a brother, right? And then your wife.
Yeah.
If you were to talk to both of them about the same problems, your wife will give you much better advice than your brother will. Because you know what?
Let's not even say your wife. A female would understand it 10 times easier.
Yeah, even a sister even.
Then man will be like, yo, it's
no,
the least.
they would help
confident.
you a little better than a man will.
Yo,
your friend will probably say. He'll probably agree with you. I feel bad, but just don't think about it. Do something else.
Yeah, fam. They'll brush it off.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you're alone, as soon as you're
But
on your bed,
yeah.
looking up to the ceiling, trying to fall asleep, boom, Tony hit him up because we were dissing you all day, you goof.
You guys are roasting me? This is a sneak diss all day?
All day.
But take this in though. But sometimes doing stuff is the best way to let it go.
Yeah, but then why? But why?
Yeah.
You just no. But listen, listen.
What
But then at that point, listen. You're just gonna ignore it though. You're gonna ignore it forever.
Let me say,
There's times when you're alone, you're gonna think about it though. So you can't.
You know what you do? Put your palms to the air. Man.
Yeah, of course.
Big time.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Okay, but of course you can make that.
But to
that's
answer
You know why? Yo, in life, yo, take this in, man. Mental health, mental this, mental that. Listen though, bro. No disrespect to mental health. Everybody has mental health. Some people are just
mental health issues.
You know, issues. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, yo, in life, it's not good to stress or worry too much. Because everything is in God's plans, you feel me?
But.
That's how I look at it.
So in that situation, the example I gave to the madam, let's say you're driving one day, you get an accident, you're blamed at fault, even though it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to pay off that whatever your high insurance bill, you somehow lose your job in the coming weeks. You lose your job, and the majority of your bills, however, until you find the next job, let's say it's in pandemic times, jobs are hard to find now, you know? Bills starting to pile up, you're starting to lose your savings a bit more, whatnot. You're fucking stressed out.
But
of course you're gonna put your palms up to die, but how are you gonna move on from there without being emotional in a sense?
The way I look at it is, exactly, free man. But yeah, for real though, like, the way I look at that is, I got in an accident. I know shit hit bad. But at least, I didn't lose my life in the accident.
That's a good way to look at it at the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying?
But to look at the other side, you're going to be shaking, you're going to be stressed out. You're going to be living day to day or whatnot, or week to week, that last few paychecks you're getting. You're going to be fucking stressed out, fam. So elaborate to the madam, because Movember, how can they handle that trauma? How can they handle their emotions during that situation? Just simply move on, do other things and brush it off?
How you handle that trauma? You could cry, you could be mad, you could punch a wall, but you're still gonna have the same problems. So do what you gotta do to fix it.
This is why I agree with Tony. You know why?
Wait, let me explain.
It's 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you react.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
That's what it is. Damn,
this
is actually my blood, bro, fam.
That's what it is.
But for real though, like on some real shit, you could let all the emotions out, but you're still gonna have to do what you gotta do.
But would you not feel better after letting some emotions out, venting it up? Maybe not punching a wall. Punching a wall is extreme.
Bro, I feel better like this, fam. I feel better. I say, at least I did lose my life in that. Let me keep going.
It's
Shit,
I'm in a mindset.
Yeah. You can say, damn, I fucked up. I still get to see today, so let me do. I get to see tomorrow, so let me continue with tomorrow.
And every day is a new day. Every day is a new day.
And then you look back at it, and how you feel. You say, I really did it. It's always about your mind. It's always about your mindset going towards things.
Because everybody struggles.
Yeah,
because
to
answer Fima's earlier question, right now in this day and age, I've noticed, men's mental health is actually it's more revealing now. Like people actually care about it. Like back then it was worse. Like back in the day, that's when the propaganda started. I think where men are supposed to be tough as rock,
People have that mentality of shit back in the day. Oh, men from back in the day never used to do that. Men from back in the day, fuck men back in the day. I'm a new gen BBG.
New gen. After shows the new gen Lil Uzi era.
As a human being.
Yeah, now I do what I want. No.
Being a human being is always adapting. You have to be a better version of what a man is every era.
You know what it is? You just gotta simply, you know what it is?
Why are you laughing at my boy? Why are you laughing at my boy?
This is why 20 had the best answer out of all of us. You know what I noticed?
No, but
it's about we all answered the same question, but he did it in the most simple way. Are you gonna cry about it?
No, but you see what it is though, is that how you said
sometimes overthinking is what causes mental depression.
Exactly.
Overthinking.
Yeah, you know what that is? Overthinking is wearing a stress, but everything.
That's where the stress really comes.
Everything comes from bad.
So when do you overthink? When you have unresolved thoughts, emotions, or feelings, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you said, life is about reactions. Mm-hmm. So imagine when people something bad happens that they don't like, automatically react.
Yeah, of course.
Punch a wall,
are you feel that?
Do something. Scream
let
at a person. Hold up. Whatever form they do, maybe scream at a person. Just scream by themselves, punch a wall, do something.
Yeah.
And then after that, compose themselves. Because back in public, I have to move like a good civilian.
Yeah.
And then after that, go on about their life. No stress, but in the bigger picture, is you're letting the problem grow and grow and grow, and when it comes out the next time, it's gonna be way more toxic and unhealthy because it's like imagine if a factory and you just you leave the machines clogged. You have to kind of always kind of check yourself and kind of regulate that kind of that positive, emotions and feelings within yourself by reminding yourself of things like gratitude and patience and keeping your mind on that virtue, and you understand that that's what makes a better man. We could all agree. So that's all we're trying to say, really. I feel like it's not only about emotions. Emotions, like someone who wants to pursue knowledge, how could they pursue knowledge and try to be righteous, if their emotions are not in check, it's gonna be their Achilles heel. You know what I mean? So it's just a basic thing. It's a basic simple thing, but it's just like we all need help on that, right? So it's easy help. The only help is fam. You just you have a flaw. Let's get better. GBE. That's all it is, right?
In my opinion, I have a question to Tony.
Yeah.
Let's say there was a certain situation where I was in, and I want your honest answer. I was sticky situation. Let's say I lost my job or some shit. Bills are hard to pay. I'm stressing. You seen me kind of get emotional, not to the point where I cry, but you hear me talking to you man to man, heart to heart, no rod wave, just talking to you on some melodic trap star type shit. What would you do in that situation? What would you recommend?
What do I recommend?
Yeah, so you can so people can know, because I want the potters to know if they're going through some shit, how can they come to you, or if they could come to you, because right now they're making the decision. If I'm going through shit, because they might be going through shit right now. We're trying to uplift their spirits, but who's uplifting their spirits and who's dragging them down? Let's try to differentiate.
All right. So look at TA or Tony advice. If you're going through stuff.
In my situation, what would you do to me? What would you tell me to do? What would you how would you handle that situation if I came to you with a few difficulties?
As cliche as it sounds, what I'll say is don't give up. Keep going. Stuff is temporary. But you can change tomorrow.
That's the point. That's the point. But let's say if that didn't work, what would you do in that situation?
If that didn't work, then there's nothing I can do to help you.
God, only turn to God, right?
Yeah, no, for real though, you have to do stuff yourself. There's so much I could do.
Would you at least invite me to hoop sessions?
100%. You know that.
But guys, you have to understand, it's just how life is. There's people before you that had the same problems. People gonna have the same problems. It's just how it is. You're not the main character in people's lives, right? So whatever problems you have, don't cry about it to somebody else. Try to deal with that first. If you can't deal with that, go to someone important to you and talk to them. And even then, whatever they tell you is whatever they tell you. But you still have to deal with those problems.
But more
yourself.
times people are coming
so
to others. People are coming to others.
Just like how I said, 10% free man. Were you listening? 10% what?
10%. Shut up, bro. The reason
Actions,
people
man.
wait.
I actually speak louder than what?
Than
Come
bricks.
on, why are you trying to?
Because we learned this shit in grade 1. Just answer the question. I actually speak louder than what?
Sentences.
Sentences.
Read this. People are coming to other people majority of times to actually get advice. Because if someone's going through issues, they don't want to fucking go to therapy.
But how would they give you advice if they don't really know what you're going through?
An outside perspective. That's why they're coming to you to connect, to tell you what they're going through. You know what I'm saying, fam? So all I'm saying is back to the whole narrative of the discussion, where this discussion started.
Can I say one thing?
Wait, go.
Me when I'm going through problems and I'm whatever, and when I might have mental depression, the best thing I do is sleep. Once you sleep, you forget about sleep. The best thing. Once you sleep,
he's in junior kindergarten. Fam. This guy's in his nap time.
Whatever the problem, just go to sleep and wake up. You forget about.
No wonder he never
You guys have
answers
nap
his
time in
phone,
kindergarten?
fam.
You just have nap time in kindergarten?
Filipino
Guy goes nap time.
That's the best way. Go to sleep.
He clears his history, fam.
Bro,
Back to the main
browser,
point
man.
of this discussion.
What?
The reason is shortage. Like when you're at your lowest, who do you go to? Men kept saying, all those kings kept saying, no one gives a shit. That's how society really is. No one does give a shit.
Who do you go to?
Who do I go to currently? I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably say I don't tell everything to everyone, but one key person who's in my life that supports me all the time is my older sister. That's my slime, fam. That's my shooter. And then probably a few other persons, my cousin, they're my slime, fam.
And would you say
family basically?
Family, close type family.
Would you say you're more comfortable speaking about your emotions with
100%. 100%. Speaking about emotions doesn't mean just fucking crying all the time.
Yeah,
it just speaks about having that 100% heart-to-heart conversation. And that does help because they give me advice, they give me that outlook, and they make sure that I'm good. I'm not talking about everyday check up on me. Shema, okay. Are you good? Are you this? No, that's weirdo behavior. They make sure that I'm 100%. I don't need therapy. I need someone.
And plus, you get her outlook too. So
you guys got each other. Same as you two brothers. Held each other up, we understand each other's cycle, fam. Yeah. You guys have those conversations where one person's shaking it. I'm pretty sure you don't just snap on Tony, You guys have those.
What we do behind the scenes is what we do behind the scenes.
So you do.
Go
nap together, fam. Yeah. Both of you guys.
And Freeman has his. Never mind.
Yeah, he has his own. Yeah, never mind. Let's just shut up.
Hold on. When Freeman's stressing, he doesn't sleep. You know what he does?
Nah, not even, fam. Freeman.
You know what Freeman's moving like right
Blackbeard.
now? I'll tell the listeners how Freeman's moving right now. He's moving like Joe from You. This guy has
Alright,
like,
next.
this guy, he has the LA Dodgers
Yo,
hat on.
you set that joke up
In the
for
corner,
why
just staring at
is
man.
nothing.
This
Steam,
guy's
man,
just
steam, man.
capping.
So guys, interesting thing that came up in the past 2 weeks when we were at AWOL. We're Somalian. That's our culture. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what's going on in and Somali community. I actually went to that Jack Harlow concert. It was great. But like, yo, what was I about to say? Yo, you guys seen what's going on, right? Surviving Sophia.
Shout out to the legend.
See, you're the people that have a concern.
Yeah, I was like a blip in Twitter
Yeah.
history.
She's the
Damn.
legend, in my opinion.
So guys, yo, we're influencers, right? We're trying to make
I'm
it
trying
big.
to be. Fam, I want to be an influencer. I'm not. Imagine being paid to promote other products.
No, not just that. Like influencer, like we're like Logan Paul, like try to get Logan Paul here
Oh yeah, the fam. They were at a point. They were
and go to
influencers, fam.
Japan.
And do what?
And they'll just turn up in Japan. Not like
don't go to the forest.
yeah, they'll go to the forest. Yeah, literally. But yo, for real, like yo, she was around people. Like we're trying to be influencers, like big content creators, right? Make it big, Have a Chris says, right? But like anyways, so yo, you all know no Somali really made it out like that, right? No Somali was in the game like that, around like the people surviving.
The content and influencing.
Yeah. Nobody's around that, right? But the person that was closest to it, the person that was in the game, the person that was around those people, was a scamming ass girl.
No,
Somali girl.
Let's go to
What
the
are your
basis.
thoughts on
Let's
that?
go to the basis of
Yo,
conversation.
this
In
girl
my
said-
opinion,
This girl said, "Bun networking. Let me turn that to a finesse."
she's fam. And you know what?
Pray
the
for me
mod-
to get Jack Harlow.
Do
man.
you know what the modest part is?
Aw.
Do you know what the modest part is? She's from Toronto, fam. It's really fun, fam. We have a whole song called Finesse,
crazy, man.
Kowaller, Get Finesse, fam. Shout out A-Pock and Yui, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Live.
Who that?
The only, if you know who that is, fam, up to you. Yo,
He was 10 back then. Did he?
the issue that I have with her is she took the scamming to a different level. At her beginning scamming journey, she scammed her cousins and her fams. That's the out-of-pocket part that I
Yo,
agree.
you seen the whole story, right?
I said, fam, I was in that space. I was in
All
that
of
space.
this is
I
just-
was running FIFA.
I
Fam, I was
No,
running
listen,
FIFA listening to it.
You know what I don't
listen,
get?
they're
I
all
don't
crying
get.
shit.
I don't get people
What's
like
that
yo.
for?
I just took a clout as a scary
It's a
drug.
virus. It's a
drug.
virus.
It's a
Scary
drug.
drug.
All of these people, all these quote-unquote influencers that I found, there's certain a few of them that I recognize off of Vine, TikToks, whatnot. They all trusted her just because she said, "Yo, I'm a publisher for this person.
But
I
that's
work
their
for
fault.
this person."
Broski,
No, do you want to know why? Because all of the money they make is from influencing. So those little TikTok videos or the little parties they go to, and they make a video from it, and they say that they're in a public space
She basically
with
said
that
she has a
person.
connect,
Wait.
but she doesn't have the connect.
She says she has connect, but she doesn't have connect. But if there's those influencers, they say they're with that person, more brands are gonna come to them. Yo, this person's legit. Let's sell them our merch and let's give them our merch to them for the roots. That's how these guys fucking make money.
Yeah,
fam.
exactly. But you know what she was doing?
What?
She was going to people's cribs and banging them.
No, that was down. That was down the line. That's deeper into the
And people,
story. But fam.
and then
No.
people are hyping up said she made 11 mil. Nah, she used to
All
go to
the-
people say, yo, please give me 4 bands.
All of
And
these
she's a
is
finesse.
just
No,
rumors a lot.
No,
to
but
be
you know
honest.
what's
don't
fucked?
really
you know
the
what's
truth.
really fucked though? Point blank period. You know what's really fucked? The only Somali person that was around in the game. Nah, she was in the game. She was finessing people, right? The only person that was in the game, the first person to do it, was somebody that was begging for money.
No, I'm not gonna lie. She was first off. I won't let you slander Sophia.
Why?
In my opinion, she's honcho, fam. Fam, the game's the game, fam.
She's just sneaking people's cribs.
But the game's the game. No, she's fam. The people trusted her, and people invited her to your cribs. That one guy invited her to her crib, and apparently they got yacked, and he's like, "Oh, she put something in my drink."
So you
and what, nigga?
So you rated. You have a question. You think people get free money?
Okay, wait.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain to you why. If she deserves to get cancelled, why the fuck isn't Cardi B cancelled?
Why should
Cardi B said it in her fucking
'Cause, yo,
stripper. In her stripper life, she roofied niggas.
You know why?
She live put Zans, she put shit,
You know
so
why?
niggas could sleep so she could stay in their fucking money. Why isn't she cancelled?
Because she made Bodak yellow. The hell? What did Sophia do?
Yeah, I saw
Sophia-
she fucking copied off Koala.
No, what do you mean?
It's remix,
Well, like
remix.
Cardi B's out.
That was hard. That was hard. Sophia, we're in the stew. We're in the stew right now. Link
Nah,
me.
you're-
In order to get Tony certified, come make a track, fam. I'll be
He
your
wants to
producer.
get
I
finesse.
say no more.
If she makes a track, will she be certified in your books, Sophia?
She blows up. But yo, she made look.
So
She made it for us, yo. We're all people that try to pop off a lighter pod, right? The first Somali that was in their game is known as a finesser or /bagger.
Fam,
And people Somali people are hyping it up.
That's
I'm
not-
not gonna
okay,
lie.
I wanna
One of
talk
my
about
niggas
it.
said, wait. One of my niggas said, fam, live, I'm sending my girl out to LA, fam. If she doesn't come back with 100 bands, or if she doesn't come back with 100 million, fam, she's not my wife no more, fam.
And that's the
And that's
thing.
the same thing, fam. I'm going to LA soon, time. I already booked my trip, fam.
Wait, for this?
If you know the
Surviving
game, you know the game.
Sharkz,
Surviving Sharkz, fam. You know what I'm saying,
Nah, but I
fam?
don't think it worked for you. You know why?
Why?
I feel like people are more nicer to girls.
No! Why you guys moving like idiots? Like, you think these people said, are here, 10 bands. You know what she did for the 10 bands, you know what I mean?
No,
right?
she didn't, fam.
you-
Yo, wait,
Nah,
let's
nah,
not
nah, you
assume.
should've
Let's
taken
not
what-
assume.
you're not
Let's
taking what
not
I'm saying,
assume
though.
anything. Wait. Let's not assume anything.
Everything is an assumption right now.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's not
Okay,
an assumption.
wait.
Yo, come on, man. Come on.
You're on the net. Just
I'm
remember
on the
that.
net. No,
You're
it's
on
the-
remember. Hear this. Hear me out.
the
Fam, she
truth.
used to say.
forgot what's the network.
She said it. The people said themselves. I
Number
am
five?
the publisher of this. I have Jack Harlow's baby. So they
Are you
trusted
what?
her.
So how the fuck was she finesse your jock? Come on, man. Come on, man.
What do you mean, come on, man? They
Come
trusted
on,
her.
man. Come on,
They
man.
trusted her, but then I'm not
No,
gonna lie, though.
no.
That
Yeah.
just shows she's a good liar.
No,
Lies.
come on. Or she was a Jack Harlow. She asked her, why do you think Jack Harlow
But my
gave her
thing
money?
is-
Why do you think Jack Harlow gave her money?
Jack Harlow never met her in her life. What are you talking about? You're
Yeah, he
getting the story
did.
twisted. Jack
He
Harlow
did.
never met her, fam. She
What do
just
you mean?
kept
He got her pregnant.
Yeah,
Apparently.
quote
Yo,
unquote.
she
She would say that.
definitely got her cheese clapped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that.
You're fucked, man.
Like for
How you
money.
20 second time.
20 second
Time out.
20 second time.
20 time out, 20 time out.
What?
So yeah guys, we had a timeout. But yeah, just to wrap the story up and to go to our last topic where we wanted to connect it. Basically, Tony, he's trying to defend the Somali/Muslim honor because there's certain people in that space that were live just trying to. It was at a certain point, it was Toronto versus everybody and Somali people versus everybody because people were like, yo, if one person is like that,
No, but
everyone else like that. And then Tony, in a sense, he kind of feels away because like, yo, she doesn't represent the Somali community. She doesn't represent the Somali Muslim community. People like such our sisters and our mothers, good hijab women that don't do shit like that. You know, that's why he's going off of the tangent. However, he's going off of.
100%. But yo, we're the voice. I speak the truth. I'm just kind of how I see it. But for real though, shout out to Sophia. I actually definitely want to interview her. Interesting person.
100%. But the convo that I wanted to kind of dissect too, it's like, yo, comparing today's society. But yeah, the reason I wanted to compare today's modern day societies with Dean and aspects, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, I seen this one video, and I'm seeing a lot of videos. This is majority of the topics that I get for the spot. It's like, yo, this one guy, I don't remember his name, subhanAllah, but he is a Muslim Asian revert. He was trying to study Qul Huwallahu Ahad, and then he was basically just trying to read it. It took him like 30 minutes. He doesn't have the pronunciation that we have, you know, because like we went to Duxia our whole lives, fam, you know, majority of our lives. So we know that little ayn, ghain, that little throat. We can pronounce it from the bottom of our throat, you know. Every single haraf, every single Arabic letter has a specific section. So it's just about appreciating being born and raised on Islam. And then you have fuck shit such as like, yo, people trying to say, yo, all Muslims are scammers because that whole Safi situation. All Somalis are this, all this. So I wanted to ask you guys, let's connect on a Dean's perspective. And I'm a lob to female because this guy's the poet.
Yeah, yo, you know, there's different zones on the internet. You know what I mean? Just like in real life, a certain zone where it's just like an arena, basically. Like every day, a reason for people to fight about like two opposite things or two opinions that are colliding. You know, and instead of just accepting differences. But in reality, we know obviously that's not one thing. One person doesn't represent the whole Islam or Somali or whatever. But yeah, in terms of deen wise, we have a lot of blessings, right? And like just in general, like there's always a plethora of things to be grateful for. You know, there's like so many things you can always be grateful for every like minute, every second. You know, if you could count it, you would lose lose count. You know,
Majority of these modern day situations and problems can be solved simply by the deen, because this is basically the world history repeats itself.
Yeah, and basically what I was trying to get to is just like awareness, that self-awareness to realize, you know, the blessings. Because yeah, and mans are talking about like, oh, don't stress. That was the answer I was hearing before. You guys were saying, you know, just don't worry, don't stress. You know, bigger picture, life is gonna keep moving. You know, it's easy. It's easy to say that. Those are like kind of catchphrases. But when you're in the moment and it's a difficult temptation, or you're just in a bad habit comes up, or you're just stuck in a difficult situation in life, you know, that wants to make you fold, and you're, you know, trying not to, then it's difficult, right? And the way to kind of like alleviate that pain, that stress, and give you ease is more gratitude in your life. Because the more you're self-aware, the more you realize that there's more to be grateful for, no matter what situation. You know, alhamdulillah when good happens to me, and alhamdulillah even when things are not going how I want it to go, you know. And
I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna ask. I wanted to ask you guys a question, and I'm gonna ask Benji to engage in the conversation. And this is something I'm pretty sure I can already tell all you guys answers. If someone comes up to you and says to you, "Yo, what do you identify as? Black first or Muslim first?"
Muslim first.
Muslim first, and that's the majority of our. That's probably without even asking the rest of you guys. I know that's the answer. I was talking to this with a few of my other niggas, and we live got angry at each other because I don't remember my girl's name. My opinion, she's a goof. Shorty said, "Yo, I'm black first time," because when people see me, she's a hijabbed Muslim girl. When people see me, people are gonna look at me and I'm black. And it was actually a discussion on all social medias. I was in comments, I was in fucking Twitter threads, just people actually debating, nah, I'm black first. What's the color of my skin? You know, I get to have a choice about my religion. I don't get the choice. I lost brain cells reading that.
That's the thing. It's a generation in, man. I feel like people like to shy away from what they really are. Like, if you're Muslims, just stand up and be proud to say I'm Muslim. You'd have to say,
hijabi saying I'm black first.
At the end of the day, yes, you are black, but then what are you first and foremost?
You know what it is nowadays?
If you're Muslim, you're Muslim. See all these Catholic people, and that's up to them, but they're happy with who they are. I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, I'm this, I'm that. Us, we shy away from that. We try to be like them, more so of them try to be like us. And there shouldn't be
They
like
try to modernize the deen.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
that's the issue.
That's the time we're in, man.
It's like that everyone's trying to fit in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it's just like a lot of the times now, the things that people are online discussing about, like a heated debate about, sometimes you look at it and you're like, what the hell? This is like such a general topic that everyone should kind of understand and
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know?
And I feel like
they'll turn something shallow into something deep, and something deep into something shallow.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
So to say, like, if you look at it, like, I don't know the exact amount of time, but like, in just a couple of in literally a month after your body decays in the grave, there's no skin. What are you gonna say then? Where's that?
Unless if
that color, but either way, that color, that color and that identifier is not there, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna matter wherever we go after that. You know what I mean?
Every grave is.
Even going off of that statement, when you're born into the world as us Muslims, we believe that everyone was born Muslim. It's your parents that decide you, but us that are raised upon the deen, when you're born into the world, it's your dad that picks you up and then reads the adhan in your ear.
Yeah.
The first thing you hear is an adhan when you come into this world, and the last thing when you pass away is you're prayed upon. So basically your whole life is a salah. So you're trying to tell me I'm black first? I'll punch you with your
it is people like that. You just gotta let it be. And Freeman made a great point.
No,
hold on.
Not even let it be, fam. Yeah. She was live talking. It was a discussion with her dukes, and her dukes was telling her, "I'm Muslim first. You know, all praise to Allah, alhamdulillah.
Exactly.
I would love and I'm proud of my."
She's trying to brainwash her mother.
Yeah, she's trying to change. Not to brainwash her mother. She's trying to change her. She's trying to be like, no. When other people see me, what do they see? They see a black Muslim woman, so they see black first. No.
And that's the thing. And what Freeman said, I agree with. He said people just try to fit in. The thing is, in your life, people have to fit in with you. They gotta adjust to you, not the other way around. Just be who you are.
You know what it is?
Because there's only a one of you. Even if you have a twin, there's always gonna be a one of you.
Because we have like a built-in widespread ignorance, you know? And that thing is like the TV, right? We all grew up on that, right? So sometimes, okay, you know, some people, they could just take what they see and keep it moving and stick to their foundation or whatever they stuck to. While other people, they might pull from that thing they see more, you know, take it as their reality, you know, whether or not it be the actual truth of the
And
whole matter,
that's
right?
just delusion right there.
And TV will just show you whatever it wants to show you, you know, and it all gave us that idea of like what Western culture is, you know, and we all know it, we all live it, right? So sometimes like for you to take that thing that like a man-made kind of thing, black, white, that was a man idea to start calling people by colors like that, right?
Yeah.
So you want to take that flawed line of thinking rather than me just saying I want to be a slave to Allah, you know, slave to God. And you got to realize, no matter who you are, you're a slave to something. We're all slaves to something. Whether you try to say you might be a slave to your desires, money, fame, clout, something, you know, love, doesn't matter.
Punani.
But yeah, but at the end of the day, like we choose to be slaves to Allah. You know, we accept that and we affirm that. You know, and we try to keep remembering that all the time. And that's all it really comes down to, right? So like that question to me is not even a question. I wouldn't even think about that.
It's just that people do too much. They confuse themselves. So just don't confuse yourself. Don't go, you know. Just don't confuse yourself. Don't go back and forth. You just whatever you are is whatever you are. You have to complicate the situation.
But Tony, hit about.
So yeah, like pretty much I get what all you guys trying to say. What Freeman even said last, pretty much is like it's like always as a Muslim, we should always put the deen over dunya. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get blind of stuff in the dunya. You know what I mean? Like what, like slave to etc. etc. It's like etc. That's all dunya purpose, you know. So one thing you always have to go through is like we're all sinners, you know. We're always gonna sin. It's like always returning back to Allah before the day we return to Him fully, you know.
That's exactly how it is. And also, I don't want to just shit on her, not gonna lie, because
it's her beliefs.
It's her beliefs. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But I have the chance to say, her opinions.
Like opinions change as the weather changes.
As the weather changes, exactly. And one reason I wanted to say, and I really thought about this on my ones after having convo with one of my friends, and I have this conversation with a few of my friends. And there's also another video that I seen which helps me process some of this information. Madam, how many times have you seen Muslim brothers, madam, you guys know, that tell me, yo, fam, Allah, I'm trying to settle down, but yo, these Western girls with the Western ideologies and mentalities, fam, they scare me. They want 10K in my head, 20K in my head, this. Try to talk about mad prices, talk about, yo, they want to work, fam, I want 4 wives. I'm going to Somalia, fam, and I'm bringing them all here. I'm sponsoring them here. I'm going to give them. Madam, when I tell you, if you know anyone like that, just keep an eye open and try your best to try slowly move away from them, because I'm not gonna lie to you. In my opinion, speaking as a man, and I'll try to speak for them through the mentality that I know of men. They just want someone obedient, and they want someone who doesn't talk back to them. And the fact that they're bringing them from whatever home nation they're coming from and giving them the opportunity to come to a Western country and give them that passport or that visa.
She can still talk back just because she has a different culture or language, you know?
No, it's not just talk back, fam. Majority of them down there, when you see Somali girls down there, let's say we go to Somalia now. If I go to Somalia now, I'm be living like a king. Why? Because I won't be lifting a finger for myself, you know?
So
that's the mentality.
Are you trying to say every case of a guy going back from like America or North America or something and going back to Somalia, marrying someone there is like wrong?
Majority of them, no, I'm not saying wrong. I'm saying the mentality they're going with for that relationship. They're not going there just to get married. They want a quiet wife. They want someone who's not going to talk back to them, not educated, not comfortable in her position. If you bring her back here, she's not in her community.
Okay, fine, fair point. But what if she wants the visa?
What do you mean? What do you mean? If she wants the visa,
it's a trade-off. You know why? It's a trade-off. Literally, it's a trade-off because she wants something from you and you want that from her. That's what you're trying to say.
It can be. However, but who goes out there looking for the opportunity?
The guy.
Okay, so in my opinion, that's why I wanted to have this conversation and tell you guys, I see that a lot more common nowadays, and I want to know what the issue with, because I know. Do you guys have that for free, man? You're defending the topic. Do you want to go back home and find yourself a wifey back home?
No, I just want to explore the topic, right? Because
So you're speaking devil's
I
advocate. Fair play. But in my aspect, speaking as a man, they want someone who is gonna be not a slave exactly, but obedient, very obedient, and not the Deen kind of obedient. Because the men, you know what they want. Men are men.
But are those girls gonna be like that? Like, I can't really say, right? Because I've never been back home. So
No, but
I get what you're trying to say.
just the grand
Obviously,
idea that
I
everybody
get
knows.
the idea of what everybody knows. Well, is what's the real truth, you know, of what's actually happening.
But
The only
man,
way to
before you
find out
ask
is you have
that,
to go
before
do
you
it.
ask that, I'll tell you guys one thing though. Whatever your intentions
that way.
are, it always backfires on you.
No, unless
Because like yo,
if it's a bad
if you
thing,
say like all right, theoretically, like a person, right, a Somali guy goes back to the third world country, Somalia or whatever, right, and he finds a spouse, right, and he picks her because she's obedient to him a lot. Take this in, if that's his intentions, and he gets amped a lot, he's gonna get stuck or lie, and then he's gonna bring her back here. And he finessed them for that
And
green
you know they
card.
do. Sometimes
You
they
know
never
what
bring
I'm
them back. They never bring the girl back. They leave.
It's like
they,
if you
they get married there,
And they leave
get
her
them
there,
pregnant,
fam.
they come here.
Yeah, fam. They
Because
go
they don't want them to come here and they start taking in.
That's
how
exactly.
rude it is.
Wallahi,
That's what it is. For
there's
real.
certain situations
I
like
know a
that.
lot of guys like that.
They
That's
go to
fucked, yo.
Somalia, do their little doggy, you know?
Yeah, and leave
If
them
you
there.
know what doggy means, fill in the blanks yourself, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, fam? I don't have to go into fucking
Unless they're under
details.
12, but yeah, exactly.
But fam, that's what men are. A lot of men are.
What's so great about going to America or Canada or whatever? Like, what if you're comfortable? What if he wants to just stay in Somalia and he likes that?
But you don't understand what
lifestyle?
I'm saying.
No.
Either way, that's what his whole mindset. He wants her to get, most of the time, he
So,
wants
well,
to get
okay.
her pregnant and leave her there. He comes here.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want her to be in this society.
What would happen if she comes here? Either way,
What would happen?
It would benefit her. You know why?
How would it benefit?
Because first of all, that's
what if she has a beneficial situation over there as well?
But majority
it's
of
a
the times,
win-win. Then he wants to, because that's what he probably wants. He doesn't want to bring her back.
yo, I think Freeman,
Why would he want
Freeman
that?
wants to marry someone back home.
No, I'm
Yeah,
If
you-
you one of them niggas, wow.
No,
fam.
but you have to understand it's a win-win for him because he wants her to stay there to come here either way.
What if she wants to stay?
The whole goal,
That's
the whole
a-
goal,
that's
the
a
whole
win-win.
goal of her coming here is for her to have better opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
To live in a country
What if the
where
opportunities are already there? He has the money, everything is set up. You know,
not everything is about money, fam. It's about taking the kid to a proper school.
Everything is about money.
That's a
healthcare,
selfish
Everything
act.
is
That's a
about
selfish
money.
act, Allah.
Yeah,
The money
fam.
made the
What
world.
are
Because
you
yo,
talking about, fam?
he's put himself
Right.
before a family he's trying to make.
So what are you saying? I never heard of this. So he takes the youth with him, but leaves the.
Not even takes the youth, fam.
The
Takes
youth
the
over there too.
The youth over there too, fam.
Yeah,
He
you
just
know how
goes
it
there.
works. So, yo.
He just goes there, claps no hands.
So yo, it's kind of how you see it. It's literally
What?
like a selfish person, right?
And-
Because
and-
yo,
and-
how you
and-
trying to make a family and
or-
leave them in a worse
Or there's a
predicament?
lot of
than
there's a
you?
lot of there. It's just certain-
They're best. That's how they think, though.
That's not-
You know why? Wallah, I worked with a lot of guys. I'm not saying names that are fobs that are like that. They
It's
told
not
me-
just fobs.
Not
I
just
know
fobs,
niggas
in
that I
general.
know that grew up here their whole life telling me, yo, fam, I don't want to marry a Somali girl over here. She talks too much. I look at it, fam. You're sick, fam. Yeah, fam, wallahi. And there's certain adults, fam, wallah, I'm not gonna lie, there's a big grown adults in their fucking 40s, fam. They
They were 17-year-old over there.
they just tell you, yo, fam, they tell their family, I'm gonna go on a little trip, Somalia, as a business trip, 6 months,
They get married to
fucking China,
16-year-old.
fam. They come back married, fam, with youth, fam. The mom finds out that she has a whole another family. I know parents that got divorced because of that, fam. They're fucked up that is. And I just wanted to talk about the Deen, to wrap this whole convo up, the Deen can solve
Everything.
modern day issues that we have, not gonna lie. And it can solve it just by you practicing it.
Because everything's there in the deen.
Everything's there.
The
And there's
guidelines,
not,
everything's there.
that's why there's one book that hasn't been changed, that's the Quran.
Yeah.
And you can easily solve so many issues just by following it. And I want my niggas to give their last piece.
And follow the hadith too. Don't forget about
Yeah,
that.
follow the Hadith and Sunnah, of course. You can't just follow the Quran,
Yeah,
Hadith Sunnah too. Go ahead, free man.
So last
He's
few
thinking, he's
things.
touching on his beard thinking, fam.
The
Walk on,
Deen
man.
weird or no way.
Yeah, Deen or Dunya, fam. That's all
Okay,
it is. That's
so-
statement,
so-
fam.
so-
You never
thinking,
done it, man.
since he's thinking-
Shout out to the apparel too, man. You know,
Yeah.
2022, where we're talking about that new beginnings, man. New chapter. There's a lot of people that wanna, like, through quarantine, this whole process, I seen a lot of new people out on the scene of, like, you know, social media or platform or doing whatever they're doing, you know, and like shout out to all of you. You know who you are. Do whatever you do, you know, at a high level with success, you know. us over here from VOTS, we're sending PLP, we're sending bare love. Maybe a little bit too much love.
Shout out Tony, got up man's knees.
For sure.
Tony.
Bro, what?
But yeah, man,
For sure,
this topic was kind of, this whole episode, we wanted to come in and have a heart-to-heart convo. Live, this was just us not planning situations and just fucking meeting up and just having this convo that we wanted. Everything that we said was just straight off the top, no doovie, you know what I'm saying? But fam,
Straight off the top,
this is
man.
episode 10,
Like
big
every
episode
other-
for us, like
Episode.
every other chat,
Yeah.
you know?
For sure.
So
Catch us.
I want Tony to hit him with a quote of the day, fam.
Before I head over the quote of the day, I got something to say. Hey. But
Mr. Rhyme
yeah,
Boy.
catch us on your favorite podcasts.
To be honest, I don't know if we want to link up our podcast. I don't link up Mandem. Some Mandem are weird.
Nah,
But
we're
there's a
doing
lot of
features.
real podcasts. I'm not
If
gonna
you
lie.
don't do features, I'm doing features.
Then if you're doing features, I'm doing features, fam.
Man, nigga.
To each his own.
But
Right?
for real though, the quote of the day. We on the sidewalks is slippery like the winter is getting cold, but we stay hot because we bring hot content.
Arguably the worst.
That's so bad, not gonna lie.
just
So
made that
I'm
up.
bad.
keeping this in just so we can know. Mandem,
So cut that
peace,
up.
Don't worry,
love,
in
prosperity.
2057, some kid is gonna
What?
have that on their wall as a poster.
I don't even
The
think
greatest
Yeah,
quote.
I wouldn't even
that's
think.
gonna be-
fucking
I don't even think we'll get that far, man.
catch me on Def Comedy Jam
Yo,
Cameron's
2026,
coming from
man.
a lot.
See, oh,
CEO, Stark Mode.
Don't know, man.
You already know what
Wait,
it is,
hold
man.
up. Curious Catus, please.
Anything else?
Hello, goodbye.
subscribe, man.
Ah.
Subscribe.
Now don't tell him to subscribe.
No, we
It's-
have
it's-
to.
It's reverse.
I didn't
It's
even
reverse.
know.
Yo, listen. It's
Turn
reverse
up for social
psychology.
to
It's reverse
YouTube, and we
psychology.
still haven't done like,
It's
comment,
reverse
subscribe.
psychology. It's reverse psychology. We don't tell them to watch our videos. We tell them don't watch our videos. We tell them
Nah.
don't
Well, now you
subscribe.
just said it, so
I'm
now
here
they're
to
gonna know.
harass
Why would
them.
you
Yo,
say that?
But the
subscribe.
human
Yo,
brain, the
like,
human
yo,
brain, man.
comment. Come on.
That's generic YouTube outro.
Wallahi, you have to.
I know. This is plug
Like,
in.
comment, subscribe.
Like,
So,
comment,
man.
subscribe, share.
Click
Big
the
smiles.
pin.
Clubhouse.
Hopefully have a wonderful day, guys, and see you next time.
See you in the new year, man.
Mouse.
See you whenever we see you, fam. Don't know.